I struggled to make my first YouTube video for over a year now because I thought that I don't have anything to talk about, but that is not true. It's not. Everybody has something to talk about, right? And one of the reasons why I was struggling so hard about that first video is the fear of the red button. That's the thing that is actually present in the musical world also. You see, there is a phenomenon which is quite widespread across a lot of people, especially the people who tend to overthink things. And this is fear of the red button, as we call it in music industry. You can have an absolutely talented, goated musician who is like virtuoso and shit, he plays solo concerts, but the second you start recording him, he will stutter, he will make mistakes, and a lot of young musicians actually suffer from it. The main problem with the fear of the red button is that when you realize that anything that you will do on this recording is going to stay there forever, makes you just crumble like a cookie. And I experienced this problem too, also while I was still recording like a musician, and now it translated into my fear of recording for YouTube or TikTok. I constantly trying to filter the things that I say out loud because I don't want to sound inappropriate or something, but this is actually quite difficult to be inappropriate, because if you've been on the internet like more than one day, you see the things that people will post, comment, and it's not that bad. Just try it. So the other problem with me is that the fear of not being entertaining, and this fear was actually dismantled by me myself, because I see how people around me in my circle react when I tell the stories, and they're quite enjoying them. They're like silent, they pay attention. So that's the next one. If you fear the red button so much, ask yourself, do your friends listen to your stories? Do they engage with you? Like, do they really pay attention to you? Do they laugh during your stories? Yeah, if they do, there's no problem. Just stop nitpicking the words you want to say and let your personality prevail. I got a my PC that I'm currently sitting in front of about a year ago. Well, not exactly this one. It's kind of like a ship of Theseus. You see, the first PC that I bought is actually standing right behind me, and I bought it for about $150, right? I picked it used. It had the motherboard with AM4 chipsets, AMD Ryzen processors were able to fit in there, and I started continuously upgrading my setup. Now I have almost no old components in my new PC, but we are kind of making a detour. That is what I fear the most of the time. So I had some free time. I got my PC after 10 years of not having one, and I decided, well, why not try streaming or making YouTube videos? And when I started making YouTube videos, I encountered this red button fear like never before. Actually, it was like I'm back again at young age of 16 years when making a recording of myself was a gigantic trouble, right? I freeze, I nitpick words, there's like pauses like minute long between the things I say. And the thing is that you cannot improve in this field unless you do what you have to do, and it is record yourself. So if you're trying to start your social media road, right, I highly recommend you to use TikTok as your first platform, actually, because there's so much stuff in there. And the great thing about TikTok is actually that nobody cares. You can post whatever you want, and almost any time you post something that you think is not good enough, there will be tons of videos that are much worse than yours. So press the red button, talk your heart out, post it, forget about it, okay? And the more you do, the more you improve. You will also see what type of content actually resonates with the people that you are trying to address. Then comes YouTube, and YouTube is kind of different, right? Because long form format is not the same as making short half-a-minute videos about everyday things. You have to provide value to your viewers, you have to tell stories, and the storytelling comes from this practice of you making those TikToks. Because you cannot improve in telling something to someone without telling something to someone. Just like in the music, you won't play better, you have to play more. Of course, you have to do it right, but you have to do it anyway. The same is the video games. If you want to play better, you have to play those video games. If you want to tell the stories, you have to tell those stories. You cannot just sit and pull up some video from YouTube with someone telling you how to do it, and you will make all these marks in you can write it down in your tiny little notepad and say, now I know how to do it. No, you don't. You have to do it. So please, if you think about it, just go record your first video. It can be about whatever. I thought about it for a long time, what I want my first video to be about, and I had tons of ideas, like about the situation with the anime streaming services, about gaming, about getting back into gaming after 10 years of not having a PC, and I wrote like scripts for it, and I cannot get to do it actually. So now, out of my frustration of not being able to do the first video, I do this video about how I struggle to make my first video because I fear the red button, which is, I'm using OBS now, so it's actually gray to blue button. Those are details, right? And if you are playing, for example, that you can play some game, you're quite entertaining in real life, you think, well, streaming probably will be the good call. And you see, the streaming actually involves you telling something for 4 goddamn hours at least. Maybe it may be 2, it may be 6, as long as you want it to be, right? But you have to tell people, you have to make them stay on your stream, you have to entertain them. That's the job of the streamer. And without telling the stories, without knowing how to do it properly, without doing it constantly, you will see, just like me on my first streams, in silence, watching into your monitor, and believe me, not a lot of people, believe me, will be captivated by this. So practice your stories in a short format, then you can go and put up some video on YouTube about whatever you want, and then getting those knowledges and those new skills of storytelling, you can go on streaming and be okay. Maybe you don't need to have to do this, maybe you are natural, so try that, why not? Actually, you can have a good time with no viewers on your stream. You can just sit and yap about whatever you want, and a couple of people will come there and say hi. That's also always a nice feeling, and you will probably end up closing your stream with a good mood, right? Don't try to be PG-13. If you have some thought that you can say out loud without being banned on any of those platforms, just say it how it is. Just say it how you feel it. You can scream, you can lower your voice, you can go too close to your microphone, you can maybe just a little sprinkle of some cussing, why not? That's your personality. The first thing that you have to present to your viewers on YouTube, on TikTok, on any live streaming platform is your personality, because people will go back to you because of you, not because you have good lighting or a good microphone or whatever. Just look at Queso, look at Burnt Peanut. People come back to them because they like the streamer. That's easy. So be yourself, stop trying filtering too much your speech, practice your storytelling, and I hope that this video will help. If you liked it, consider dropping a like and maybe subscribe. See you next time.